Sabaidee Y'all. My name is Jovi Champ, and welcome to my podcast. This is a personal passion project of mine dedicated to celebrating and raising awareness of all the amazing Lao and Southeast Asian creators and talents out there. And it will also serve as a vehicle for myself to learn more about my community. So this season, I'll be interviewing creators that I admire, hearing their personal stories, their inspirations, their cultural influences, and just having a good time. So thank you so much for tuning in and enjoy the episode. Sabaidee Tukon, welcome everyone to Sabaidee Y'all podcast, where we explore stories, inspiration, cultural insights of Asian creators. I'm your host, Jovi Champ, and today I'm very excited to have Victoria, also known as That One Lao Girl, with us. Victoria is a talented and funny creator known for her highly relatable comedy skills and memes about growing up Lao.
Ooh, Popeye's biscuits.
Hailing from California, she's not only a foodie, but also was one of the hosts of last year's Sabaidee Fest initiatives and is a member of the Southeast Collection, a group dedicated to celebrating Southeast Asian identity. So her content is not only shareable, but it never fails to bring a smile to my face. So in today's episode, we're going to have a fun chat to get to know Victoria better. Victoria, say hi.
Hello, Sabaidee.
Sabaidee, please introduce yourself a little bit. I mean, I think I did a good intro, but let me know if I missed anything.
Yeah, my name is Victoria, or That One Lao Girl, and then sometimes people call me Tholia, coming from my mom naming me Victoria, but not knowing how to pronounce that name that she gave me. So Tholia for short. Yeah, it's like a nickname.
Yeah, we were just joking right before this how our parents kind of give us funny nicknames. I think yours was short.
Yeah,
can I say it
Thotia.
again? Totia. And then mine is Sumsan, which means clumsy in Lao. So it's kind of funny. They take our biggest insecurities and make it our nickname. So
I think some Sam is very cute. So
yeah.
I think it's very cute.
I'm
You
gonna
just gotta
own it
it
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So are you short in real life? Like, I always interesting to see people, and they're actually taller than me
I'm
most of the time.
average. I'm 5'2". That's
5'2",
average.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good size. So I've been following you for almost a year now. I think you popped up like around Sabaidee Fest last year, and I saw some of the content that you were doing for that. I saw you went on tour with NetDAO, Samphana GX2, which is so cool. I've recently become like a big fan of them, as I'm planning on going to Sabaidee Fest this year. But yeah, that's so awesome. All the stuff that you've been doing as well on top of your content. But how are you doing? What have you been up to?
Good. I've been doing good. I'm no longer part of Sabaidee Fest anymore, but I am doing something local called Southeast Collective, and very loving the fact that I could create my own thing, and it's in my hometown, and I love Fresno so much, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's
very happy. Southeast Collective is basically a create event, and I want it to be a safe space for people to come and to learn more about their heritage, because I feel like when you're Southeast Asian, or even just Asian, there's like a lot of check boxes that you have to mark that, like, oh, do I know how to speak the language? Do I know the dances? Do I know the traditions? And I want it to be a space where you don't have to do that. You know, when you come in, if you're Lao, you're Lao. You know, if you're Thai, you're Thai. You don't have to be able to speak the language to be saying that you're Lao, right? So it just creates that safe space, very welcoming, where you get to learn and engage and eat the food and meet other people.
I think that's very wholesome and encouraging. So it's great that you're creating a safe space for people from all these different backgrounds to kind of come together and be able to kind of celebrate their identity and culture. So that's awesome that you're doing that. You have some fun events coming up. I think I saw one that you did like a market or some sort.
Yeah, so I did the Moonlight Market. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now, so it's a Moonlight Market.
Merch. You selling? That's really cute.
So for this shirt, I would say I thought of the idea of it. So we put in the Angkor Wat. We have these stupas from Indonesia, and then we have Tat Luang, and then little
That's
night markets.
Cool.
So it just feels like very wholesome. But Osa is the one that actually drew out everything. So I worked close to her. Osa is the Lao graphic designer here in Fresno. And then every shirt that we sell at our night market, we kick back $5 to designated organizations. So the last one we did was Lao Student Association, and their organization at Pleasant State, and they do Lao culture preservation at the college.
That's
Yeah,
so
but
cool.
we had the Moonlight Market, which is just an open air night market. Outside we have our food vendors. Inside we have all our entertainment, and then we have our merch vendors in there. And it's at a brewery, Full Circle Brewery.
Mhm.
And we do our, the first night market we did a podcast with Now in Session. So they did a live, podcast having an open conversation about Southeast Asian identity and what it means to be Asian in like our space. And
Mhm.
the last one we had was very beautiful. Rocky, he did his fashion show with his Hmong inspired clothing. And then we have our traditional dance scenes and
Yes.
Timmy rap. So it's like a mix of everything that I love, which is like food, music.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I need to come visit one of those events then. Okay, I've never been to Fresno, but I did at one point. I have a lot of family in San Diego, so I was living there when I was younger. I don't know how far that is,
So it's
but
like
uh,
5, 6 hours.
oh dang, California
Yeah.
is so huge.
California is here.
I know it takes a lot to host events. I've hosted some were just for like cup sleeve events. So and that already takes a lot of work. So I can imagine like, having to work with so many different vendors. But I'm sure it's like fulfilling once it's all happening
Yeah.
and said
It's
and
very
done. So
stressful, but I love it.
you
I
enjoy
love I
it.
love seeing people. So like I'm a big crier, right? Anything happens,
No.
I cry. So like when I
Yeah.
see people enjoy their moment, I'm like watching them, or I just watch the girls dance. I'm like, oh, I know they worked hard for this. I'm like mid tear, and
Yes.
I
Is it
love
like
seeing that.
Lambong that they're dancing or
They did a mix of it. So they kind of mix in traditional dancing and then they kind of put their own spin, which I really, really love. I feel like a lot of this time at least for Lao dancing, it's always been very just the same dances and then it's just the same
yeah.
the same dances that came from Laos and like they haven't put their own spin to it. So I love that the
Yeah.
Lao kids
It's
are
like a
doing like the
modern
Gen
take
Z.
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they
I
get to
think one
choreograph it themselves.
and
I
I
love
love seeing that as
it.
well
Yeah.
because at least the young people are engaging with their culture. I wish I kind of was more appreciative of it growing up, but it was a different times.
Hmm.
So now that I've gotten older, definitely trying to be more appreciative of it. And so it's great to see the younger crowd, for sure, taking or participating in those
I
kind of
like look
events.
up to Gen Z, our Gen Z generation because they
They're not afraid; they're
they're not
fearless.
afraid, right? For us, we were like, I don't know if I'm Lao or American, and I don't want to be like this or that. I don't want to be too much. But then they're like, I'm Lao. I'm in this space. I'm this,
Yeah,
and they're like listening to the music, and it just opens up more for like the artists to create too. Because like we did not grow up listening to Lao music. I grew up to listen to like Thai
yeah,
music, you know?
same. Yeah, exactly. Oh, did you see that thumb up sign?
Yeah, I
How
think
did you
it's
do
from
that?
I think it's from the iPhone.
Whoa! I thought like she's got magic going on or something. Okay, so that's
It's in
cool.
FaceTime.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. I was like, man, how did she do that? I was like, am I the only one seeing that? Am I seeing things? Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing about the Southeast Collective. But before we kind of get started and kind of learning more about your background and your content, I kind of want you to give us a Lao word of the day.
Like เข้าใจ is like
Understand.
to
Yeah.
understand. But like if you
Yes,
like
that's a good
break
one.
it down, it's เข้า to go in and ใจ is
Yeah.
heart. But like to
Yes, I
understand,
love
I
that.
wanted to
Oh, and
be in their heart,
I never
to
broke it down
understand their
that
heart.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well,
It's
now I
really
have a new
cute.
respect for the word called jai. I just say it, nonchalantly, but when you like actually do dissect it, it does mean enter your heart. So, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
As I kind of was mentioning earlier, Victoria is a Lao meme queen. So much good, funny content, skits, just very relatable. And I guess what kind of inspired you to start creating that stuff or got you started?
I guess there's like two parts to this. So the first thing is that I grew up at a time where like YouTube just started, you know? And so if you
Yeah,
know
I think I know what you
YouTube, yeah,
mean.
when you first
We're
started,
millennials.
yeah, there's a lot of skits, there's a lot of, like people creating stuff. And I feel
Hmm.
like that was the Asian media,
Yeah.
like that's the first time you see Asian people in media, like doing it on their own, right? So you don't really see it in like TV or movies and stuff. Like, I grew up to watching Wong Fu
Wrong food,
production and
yes.
like Happy Slip. So
Oh yes, I remember Happy
yeah,
Slip.
yeah. So like they're creating their own skits. So that inspired me a lot. Like I'm very inspired by Happy Slip because she made sketches for like her with her Filipino family. So I was like, oh, I would
Yeah.
love to do my videos is very much about like my mom or like the uncles at the temples or something like
Yes, I love the uncle
that.
content.
Yeah, and
Did
then
you
the
watch sorry, go ahead.
no, you're
I was
fine. Go
gonna
ahead.
say I was gonna say, did you watch Community Channel, Natalie Tran? You know
Yeah,
who that is?
yeah, yeah.
She's one of my faves too.
And then the other part of play to what really, 'cause I did videos in back on YouTube, but they're all scrubs. So if you can just find it, I'll applaud you. But I try to scrub all my old videos out.
I
um,
did kind of peek through your YouTube channel a bit. I found some old stuff.
the
The
old
Loud
old
House.
stuff. No,
I don't know
okay,
how old, but maybe in the past 3 or 4 years.
yeah. And so like I was just like thinking, oh, it would be awesome to do it again, right? And then I was part of LECF, which is Lao American Community of Fresno, which is a nonprofit. They, talk about culture preservation, but more so they focus on making sure that Lao students are getting education. But there was a bill called the AB 1393 bill, and that
Hmm.
was introduced. They wanted to rewrite the SB maybe I forgot which one. One of the other bills. They were trying to rewrite
Yeah.
it. That's from Lao SD. So if you know PETA is part of Lao SD, and they were trying to rewrite it and include Laotian American history into K through 12. And I was like
Hmm.
posting about that. I was like, oh, I want people to know about this. Like, I really want people to know about this. And every time I post it, like 3 likes, 2 likes, one comment from the person that's helping me. And I was like, I
Yeah.
do not have no reach. I have no platform. And I
Mm.
was like, I think I need to build a platform for myself. And I know that I make funny videos, and I think it is very interesting if I create these funny videos, but also educate people, like, you know,
Yeah.
gently.
Do it.
And then so I kind of built this platform by videos. So like I didn't see a lot of Lao Americans making videos. So I started making
Hmm.
videos, and this is before TikTok. So I started making videos, and I was posting it on YouTube and Facebook. And then when TikTok popped up, then it really blew up. And then during the pandemic,
Hmm.
it really blew up because
Yes.
then I'm meeting like A Baby here, Harry, Lao Daddy, she,
Yeah.
Gary. Met all these people, and we created like this Lao Avengers summer golf.
Some o'clock. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. So you got your inspiration through Happy Slip, and then you also wanted to educate people about our culture and just things that are happening that impact our culture. And so you started building a platform to kind of build your own following, and now you're kind of like using what you've built and promoting kind of the message that you've been wanting to promote.
Mhm.
That's awesome. It's always great to kind of have like some sort of mission. I think for me, sometimes I get lost in the sauce. So like, what is the purpose of why I'm creating this video other than to laugh? And I think it's good to just kind of go back like, okay, what was the whole point of why I decided to become a content creator in the beginning? Yeah, that's why with this podcast, I'm hoping to kind of do more goodwill and educate others as well more about Lao people. I think that, yeah, like you said, there just weren't many Lao creators until the pandemic and TikTok blew up. And I still think there aren't that many now.
No,
And
there
so
should
I really
always
hope,
be more.
there should always be more, and there can be more. And so if you are out there and you are afraid or you want to create content, just do it. Honestly, it's the best. That's the best advice I can give anybody. It's like they have so many like ideas and they're like, I want to do this, I want to post this, but they're afraid to. I'm like,
Like,
the
just
first
do
step
it.
is just doing. Yeah. You just post and then I
Just
look away
post,
and turn off the
throw
app.
your phone away.
Yes. Like, oh, that was cringe, or
Exit
and like
out of the app.
whatever.
Exit out of
Somebody
the
will
app.
like it, hopefully. Or you look and you get 5 likes.
Yeah. You just post it
But
again. They haven't seen it yet. That's
consistency is
why.
key. For sure. I'm sure
Repost the video.
do you go back and look at your old stuff and you're like, ooh, that was a
Yeah.
moment.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
just archive it. I'm like, what was I thinking?
But yeah. So how do you kind of come up with like the content, like the ideas?
I draw a lot from my mom. My mom kind of has a love-hate relationship with me making videos about her. And she's like, all you do is make videos about me. You can't even
Does
you
she have
can't do it
TikTok and
without
watch
me.
you?
She has me. I post on Facebook. So she has Facebook,
Oh,
and she's
okay.
just like she'll shit talk and be like, "Oh my god, post that
She's
about
your
me
number
again."
one hater, but also
Yeah, but she
supporter.
shares the video, so you know
Yeah.
what? Engagement.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that it's just so relatable. Like even it's your own personal experience or POV. Honestly, like for me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so true. So one of my favorites of yours is the ones like you mentioned, like your uncle content, making fun of someone's uncle while they're recording on Facebook Live with their iPad at Papaya.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. I'm like, there is one every time.
That video right after the takbat, right after it
You
happened, I
saw
was
it
like, I'm
happen.
gonna
You're
make a
like,
video
oh,
about that. Why
you
can't
just
I
go
have
to
an iPad?
and start writing like content ideas. Like, yes,
You're in my next video.
yeah. Do you have like a list, or do you just kind of create on the whim?
I do have a notes. I write in my
Yeah,
iPhone notes. That's if I like really if, you know can't think of any ideas. But usually I make things like right on the spot because I don't want to miss out on like the humor. So I'm
yeah.
just like, I'm thinking of it right then and there, and like I know all the details. I need to do this now.
So from all this content that you created, what are some like the most memorable ones or funniest ones that you've like are actually proud of during your creative journey so far?
Uh, I always bring this video up, but I think I don't know if you know this video, but I think it's the funniest one is when you like say that you wrote that you're fluent in Lao on your resume.
I know
And
this
then
one.
and then the video I did was
Sabaidee
like,
Airlines.
Sabaidee Airlines. And
Yes,
till
I
this
know
day,
this
I
one.
do not
I'm a
know.
fan, Victoria. I'm a fan.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Sabaidee Airlines. This is your captain speaking. We are flying through some high winds, so we may experience some turbulence today. But no worries, we'll head to your destination soon. In Lao. In Lao? Yes, this is Sabaidee Airlines. Sabaidee ทุกคน This is Captain หัวหน้ายนต์ตัวนี้ตัวนี้วินมันกำลังเป่าซ้ายขวาคือแบบมันเช็คเควกเนาะบ่เป็นหยังดอกก่อยสิพายามให้เจ้าฮอดdestination เจ้า safe What language Thank you ขอบใจ
How do you say turbulence in Lao?
The broken Lao English comes out, right?
I'm very proud of that video because that video took one take. I just did it in one go, and I was like, wow, that's funny, post.
I learned that sometimes the ones that I do in one take or don't put a lot of effort start to do, not start, but like they do really well. And I'm like, damn.
Like 90%
And then the
of
ones
the time.
that you put a lot of effort into editing and concepting, and you're like, and then it just like doesn't do as
Yeah.
well. So it's funny.
Like,
but
thank goodness the bad one did well, because if you don't realize, I did like 4 outfit changes for that video, and it's like a
Oh my
10-second
goodness.
video.
Yeah, I've been there. I know the struggle. That's relatable. I know that skit cracked me up, but I also like the like your one of your recent one, the Your Nobody Know Me Lao version. I think that one's iconic and so underrated. Bobby Pie Hakoi, Kupa Chow Hakoi, like the lyrics.
จะมาแต่ใส่บ่มีไผหูคอยคือแบบเจ้าหูคอยบ่มีไผหักคอยคือแบบเจ้าหักคอยบ่มีไผ
Is
I feel like a lot of
perfect.
my videos are under. I think I need more views. I need 1 million views on all my
Yeah, need more
surprise.
views for sure.
But before, when I was on YouTube, like in my tween years, which is all scrubbed, you guys cannot find it. You know, like, I'm just making journal sketches and stuff, and I thought it was still like really funny. But like, you know, obviously, no, like I'm not Timothy Delegato or anything. Like I didn't get big
Yes,
from it, but the
I love
thing that
Dorigato.
made me big was like my Lao content. And
Yeah.
like one of the days I went to the Cambodian temple, and then a guy who was Hispanic came and took a picture with me, and it's like to have that reach from making Lao content to being at a Cambodian temple and having
Is
Hispanic.
someone recognizing
Yeah.
you?
I was like, wow, this is
You're
amazing
like,
what it
okay,
means
hold
to be
on.
Lao. Yeah.
Give
I
my
have
good
time.
side.
And I like that they're like,
You want an
"Oh,
autograph too?
yeah." They're like, "Oh, I don't know if you have time for a photo." I'm like, yeah, I have time.
I'm so busy, but I'll make time for you.
Hold on.
I hope to see a skit on that. And so I know you also are a foodie. You've done like mukbang videos, and then I think your sister owns a restaurant that you help out with as well.
She sells papaya salad. Well, she has a booth. And
Oh, she's like a
she
vendor.
won. Yeah, so she won 2 awards for her papaya salad.
Oh,
So she came
wow.
first place in San Francisco, and she's also came first place in South. And so she started her booth. Yeah.
What's it called?
Diana's award-winning papaya salad.
We gotta workshop the name. We gotta shorten it.
I mean, when she first came up with it, I'm like, "Don't you think it's a little long?" She's like, "No, it's fine." But
Tito.
yeah,
I would definitely want to try that.
no,
Does
it's
she
really
ship?
good. No, she has
It's local
trouble.
only.
Yeah, because she
Okay.
doesn't like it. Well, she's tried to make like the sauces and stuff, but she's like she doesn't like how it like separates or it changes flavors, and she wants things to be like good every time.
Consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really want to try this because I love
You
thumb.
have to.
And it has to have the stank in it, you know.
Yeah.
It can't be that clean thumb. You need that dirty, that badak, that crab
Yeah.
paste, and all the stuff in
I
it.
want
So
it dark. I want it stanky. I want it to hit me in the
yeah,
face right when I open the box.
pungent. Like if you're
Yeah.
getting punched with the smell of the badak and the peppers, and you know it's gonna be good.
I want you to smell it off of my breath after I eat it.
That should be another skit idea where you like kissing somebody after eating thumb or something like that. So obviously, a majority of your content is Lao. Would you say a lot of your audience or your followers are also majority Lao?
Yeah, majority is Lao, but it's been a little bit of a mix of Southeast Asian too, just because Samabak kind of has turned more into like a Southeast Asian variety because we're doing a lot of reposting of videos, and yeah, we're getting a lot of people trying to collab and they're like Southeast Asian girl. So
Yeah, I love that this year their Sabaidee Fest is considering like including more like of the other Southeast Asian
yeah, for
cultures
sure.
into the
For
mix. So it'll be
sure.
fun to see this year.
Yeah, it's amazing
Um,
that Banda's coming.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him as well. So what do you love most about our Laotian culture? And for me personally, it's the food.
It's food. I also like that. I like that Sabai nature that we have. So like Lao people is like one of like the hardworking, like the most hardworking people I know. But we also party just as hard too. You don't say like they will be
Too hard.
working at the farms from like 5 in the morning, but they will be at the bun, you know, dancing until
Yeah.
like 2 in the morning. I love it. I love that. We just go ham in everything we do. It's like kind of toxic in a way, like that hustle mentality. But it's also like, I kind of like when there's no excuse. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I think my
oh,
thing
okay.
turned off.
Very good. I can still hear you. But yeah, but then we're also like the first ones to like invite everybody, but then also complain about it at the same time. So it's just like sometimes. So how do you kind of balance? So you said like a majority of your audience is Lao, and I do see you kind of like posting some other content to kind of like, I guess, are you wanting to grow? I mean, obviously Lao content is kind of like your core, but are you wanting to as well grow in other areas with your content?
Yeah, I do want to grow more, but also it's more like my problem has always been being consistent in posting. So I'm just like, I just gotta post something. And it's not even like,
Yeah.
it's not even like I'm not to be honest. Yeah, like sometimes I'm just posting with them. But like everyone's
Yeah.
always like, you gotta post every day. I'm like, okay, I'm just post. I'm like, oh, I'm eating right now.
It's
I'm
hard
eating right now. Okay, we can do
to come up.
record before we
No, yeah, that's why I was saying that I seen some of the stuff that you've done, like a couple where you're like, oh wait, a waitress, like waitress content, and so I thought those were funny as well.
Who is this? Leave me alone! Damn it!
And so I was like, it's hard for me too as well to branch out. That's why it's like I do mostly like K-pop and BL content, but I want to do more Lao content, and it's just harder for me as well to branch out. I have like this audience that knows me for the content I already posted, like, what is this? And so it's something that I've also been kind of struggling with, but I think, yeah, just be consistent with it, and
yeah, I think it'll be
hopefully people start to
interesting to
get it.
see like content like for Korean music or like that culture, like what is popular in Laos? Because like what groups or what dramas are actually trending in Laos right now? Because they could be totally different for us.
There are some artists that are up and coming, like Nut Dao. I think I've recently gotten to Day6 and Lala.
Oh, love so good.
But I still majority listen to K-pop and Thai music, but I want to start listening to more. I guess yeah, continue consuming and promoting them just to kind of encourage more of that for more people. I wish we had dramas to watch as well.
I
But
feel like they just got started.
yeah, for now, Thai drama is the closest thing.
I feel like they just got started. Like, I don't. Do you follow Book John? Yeah. So he
Mhm.
was saying he was talking
Yes.
about this phenomenon called like the Lao Renaissance, where all Lao media and like music and everything is kind of just getting started, where there's like a shift. So like we're just in the beginning of everything. That's why there's not a lot of music to react to or dramas. Like they just got started.
So I guess for now, we'll take it day by day,
I
and
mean, have you
hopefully
seen
we start to
Nut
see
Dao?
a good Lao wave coming.
Have you seen
Nut Dao, her recent video,
the
her recent video.
a sexy one?
Where she's like on the
Yeah.
bed and she's kicking her feet up. Yes, I was like, okay, let's get. I was like, I was not ready for that because I knew her from her older content, and so when I was like, oh, let's watch some of her newer stuff, I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
get it,
I think
queen.
no like Lao person was really ready for it. I mean, I was the only one that was ready because like I went on tour with Nut Dao,
You
and
knew.
she's always like, because I'm like, oh my god, Nut Dao, you're so cute. She's like, no, I don't want to be cute. I want to.
She don't want to be
She's
cute.
like, she'll say this. She said this straight up. She's like, no, I don't want to be cute no more. I want to be sexy. And I'm like, okay, you can be both. Like no,
Cute and sexy, yeah. She is both.
I mean, with that,
It's great. So if you guys haven't listened to Nut Dao and you want to hear some Lao music, Lao pop modern music, check her out. But obviously we got more Lao too. Sometimes I put that on.
Are we really listening to Mo Lam right now?
We do reaction videos
Are
to more
you
Lao.
working out to Mo Lam right now?
Oh, that's another good idea for a video.
Like, what are you
We're
listening
getting a lot of
to?
content ideas from this. Oh yeah, because we listen to,
What are you
I should
listening
do that
to?
at
It's
Sabaidee
like,
Fest.
oh.
So yeah, with all the content that you put out about Lao culture, what's kind of like some of the feedback that you've been getting? Have you had any kind of resistance or criticism of people like that's not?
I want to say I was like one of the first people to start doing videos because I was doing it before TikTok started, right? And it was just like, even before Musically, I don't know if it was Musically yet. And so like a lot of, what I say, like Lao people be going hard. There's some Lao people that are the biggest haters, like the biggest TikTokers. So they're just like, oh, why?
But then they still watch your stuff.
Engagement, fine. It's just like, oh, why? Like,
Yeah.
why are you trying to, be a celebrity, or do you think you're funny, or like,
Mhm.
some people be like,
Yeah.
oh, you're
It's
a
tough.
whore. I'm like, what more content do you
Oh.
see from this video? Like, okay, whatever. But it's like, I
Dang.
got a
I'm
lot. Like,
sorry.
I got a lot, but it's like, it's fine. All I do is, talk shit with like my family, and then I'm like, I'm good. I'm fine. I'll let it out there.
Yeah. I think for me is like pronouncing something wrong or or people make fun of my Lao accent, that broken Lao English, and so sometimes I get criticism on that or mixing in my Thai, my Lao. But for me, sometimes I think my family be like the number one criticizers, but then they also number one supporters, and they be tough on you, but they give you thick skin and they hold you accountable. At
Yeah, like
least.
my family will
I'm
say,
okay with that
yeah, they will
criticism from
say
them.
stuff, but then they'll also be like, oh, you should do a video about this. Like, okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
So besides like creating content, what are some of your other passions or interests that kind of keep you inspired? And I know that you're doing stuff with the Southeast Collective.
So here's the thing about me is that I'm either like 100% doing something, or I'm like 100% laying in bed. And
Relatable, yeah.
and I like to rot. Like, I just like lay in bed and rot. And I love like taking in content. So I'm always, like watching Korean drama, or like I'm just scrolling on TikTok and stuff. It's just like, is it terrible? Is it bad? I don't know. I like, one of my hobbies is just laying there and watching.
No, we're all guilty of it. I do that.
To be honest.
Especially now, like in my 30s, I'm like, oh, it's time to wind down. 10 o'clock, put on my show, fall asleep.
Some days I get that energy again. I'm like, and then I'll watch a whole drama in one day. I'm proud of it.
Yeah,
So proud of
yeah.
myself.
So those are like your me time, your decompression
Yeah.
time. So are you going to be going to Sabaidee Fest this year in Chino,
I
or
have not
you're
been
missing out?
invited yet, but I would love to be invited.
Okay, we're
Yeah, I
invite.
just want to check it out. I just want to check out year 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go last year, so I'm interested to see how they do this year. I'm sure they, took a lot of learnings or stuff that they would do differently this year. So hopefully it's bigger, better, and I mean for sure it's gonna be bigger because they're having so much other people from different cultures, from the Southeast Asian cultures. Did you actually go to Sabaidee Fest, or was it just part of like the Texas?
No, I
like,
was part of Sabaidee
for the
Fest. Like,
Saginaw?
I actually I was like one of
Okay.
the organizers and like program managers for Sabaidee Fest.
Okay. I didn't see much content, or you didn't do a vlog on when you went to the actual event, so that's why I was like,
I was
I
too
wasn't sure
busy
if you went or not,
working.
but
I wish I like, like even for like, because I was part of the artist program too, and I created like 14 visuals for the different, like I created the visuals for Gunapot. And like I'll be like running
oh
to
my
stage to
gosh,
stage, and I'll
yes.
look and like, oh, I did that, and then I'll run to my next task. It was like exhausting. It was a lot of work.
What would you kind of tell those who are like first timers, for newcomers, like kind of like the tips of like when they're going to Sabaidee Fest?
I would say bring a bottle to have water, because you're gonna be very thirsty.
Oh, not
I
Hennessy.
mean, California is very hot. It's gonna be very hot. Make sure you know which
Yes.
artist you're going to see, because you need to have a game plan, because there's gonna be a wait for food, and you're gonna have to know when your artist is playing. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do meet and greets, so you gotta know when you're gonna meet your future husband or wife.
Those are good tips. It's giving real Coachella vibes. Basically like
Oh, wear
Lautella.
comfortable shoes. Yeah.
His wear comfortable shoes. Yeah, I think the sun is gonna be killer for me. Bring sunscreen, bring an umbrella. Thank you for those tips. All right, I think we're coming to our activity time. So we're gonna play a little bit this or that Lao edition. So basically, I'll kind of give you a series of questions, and you'll choose between the two items. Let's do 30 seconds. So I'll give you 30 seconds to answer, and then I guess we can kind of talk about it
How
afterwards.
many questions are there?
There are
10.
10, and you will be judged based on which
That's
one
fine.
you choose.
I'm used to it. Hello.
Yeah, we're used to the judgment. It's okay. We got this. Kapiak or
Complete.
kapun? Country life or city life?
City life.
Kanyo or kachi?
Kamyo.
Traditional Laotian attire or sweatpants?
Sweatpants.
Josong or Jamong?
Also,
Karaoke or lambong?
karaoke.
Tamahung or tamateng?
Makung.
Tekata or
Lin
linpai?
pai.
Ma or male? Oh, wait, was it ma or
Male.
male? Hennessy Visa or Heineken?
Hennessy.
Hennessy. Always
Yeah.
Hennessy.
I'm not a good drinker in general, actually. I'm a 2 shots and done kind of girl. And I like shots because you
Yeah.
take it and you're done. But a beer, you gotta keep sipping it. It doesn't taste it.
And for me, it has to be Visa because I needed to go down
Yeah.
smooth. But you know, whatever, I'll take
Have you
it.
ever had it from a bottle warm? Like a water bottle warm? Or that's just too ghetto for you?
No, I think I have at New Year. I don't remember much the
Yeah.
next day, so I'm like, did you choose tamakung with tamakbang? Really? Because Melly Ellie would have chose tamakbang.
You are the character.
My name is Millie Ellie. I'm a rapper, repping the LEO West, land of a million elephants. Know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I don't even like them like that. I'm kind of craving tamakdang.
So Millie, you're saying tamakdang is much better?
Listen to me. Tamakung is overrated, okay?
Victoria chose Tamahung and Melly Ellie, which is a character from the Lao House on Victoria's YouTube channel.
That's the only loud drama you ever see.
Yeah, I think I saw it. So were you guys recording off separately?
everything
And
was
then you
separately,
just pieced it
and I
together?
edited all together.
That is so much work. Respect. I was
There was a
like,
lot of time during the
I'm pretty sure they're not in the same house. But no, I loved it. I wish there was more of it. There's only 3 episodes, but you know what?
And the pandemic was over.
Maybe there was season 2.
The pandemic was over and everybody went back to their lives and like it's done. There's no
There was no closure. I needed a season finale. I needed the big drama. But maybe if you do a season 2, I'll be featured
maybe I
in
can do
it.
like one of
Hit
those
me up.
like like after reality shows, you interview everybody afterwards and they talk like
Yeah. Where they at now? Yeah, that'd be a good one. Well, thank you so much, Victoria, for taking the time to come on the podcast and kind of share more of your story. But before we wrap up, is there anything else or that you'd like to share with our listeners? And also, please let us know where we can follow you for more content.
Oh yeah. Make sure you follow me at that one Lao girl, which is on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. And the
Yes.
one thing that I leave you guys with is make sure you eat Lao food today, because you don't know if you're gonna eat it tomorrow. And if you're not Lao, make sure you eat Lao food today, because you don't know good food until you have Lao food.
Yes. Kauchai. Our Lao word of the day, kauchai. But yeah, thank you all so much for listening. I have more episodes and guests lined up, so stay tuned for updates on new episodes. Please follow me at It's Jovi Champ on all social media channels. Kauchai Lalai Victoria. Thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to have you, and until next time. Bye bye. Choop choop. Hi, thank you so much for watching till the end of the show. If you would like to be a guest or nominate someone, you can email me at sabaidee.podcast@gmail.com. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more episodes. Until then, Sabaidee Y'all!